Hey guys, this is the Moore Theater in Seattle, a venue where Nirvana played two important shows. The first on June 9th, 1989, as part of Sub Pop's Lame Fest, and the second on August 24th, 1990, more on that in just a bit. Nirvana's lineup during the June 1989 show consisted of Kurt Cobain on vocals and guitar, Chris Novoselic on bass, Jason Everman on guitar, and Chad Channing on drums, whereas the August 24th, 1990 show featured a lineup of Kurt Cobain, Chris Novoselic, and Dale Crover on drums. As mentioned, the June 1989 show was part of Sub Pop's Lame Fest, which also featured Mudhoney and Tad. As a matter of fact, both Mudhoney and Tad were higher on the bill than Nirvana. Nirvana was the opening act and only played a handful of songs. Even so, this was an important show in terms of the development of Nirvana as a band, in terms of their growth as musicians. The following is a snippet from Jillian G. Gar's Nirvana biography, Entertain Us, The Rise of Nirvana. Quote, Nirvana opened the show, suddenly finding themselves spread out on the biggest stage they'd ever played. Chris stage left, Jason stage right, and Kurt in the center with Chad on a riser behind him. We were so used to playing small clubs and stuff, 3 feet away from each other pretty much, says Chad. And here, everybody seemed like they were miles away. It was the first time I played a show that was on a really big stage, and seeing how much different the sound plays. Because the sound was so much different, it's like you hear some reverberation from the drums, you hear an echo after everything that you play. It struggles with the timing in your head when you're playing. It's almost like there's somebody else playing this right next to you. The venue, the Moore Theater, had around 1,500 seats and usually featured out-of-town acts. 3 local bands playing at the Moore Theater was fairly unheard of at the time, says Mudhoney's Dan Peters, especially for a ragtag bunch like we all were. When that was being talked about doing a show there with us as the headliner, and we were all like, are they crazy? Nonetheless, the show sold out. It was a definite turning point, that show, Bruce Pavitt remembered. When Chad arrived at the theater, he looked up at the marquee, thinking it was kinda cool to see Nirvana's name there. His parents snapped a picture of the marquee and hung the photo on their wall. In addition to all this, the Lame Fest show was a notable one, largely due to the fact that throughout the night, the bands and the crowd got into scuffles with the security guards at the venue. The August 1990 show was a little bit tamer. That show, again as mentioned, was part of Nirvana's tour with Sonic Youth, a 7-show tour together between August 16th to 25th, 1990, the last show being in Vancouver, Canada, the second last show being here in Seattle, USA at the Moore Theater. One of the important things about this tour in particular is that Nirvana were introduced to Sonic Youth's manager John Silva, who soon ended up becoming Nirvana's manager. Furthermore, the tour gave Nirvana an opportunity to build on the interest they were getting from major labels. In particular, DGC's Mark Gate attended the first 2 shows of the tour. He recalls the following, quote, I remember checking them out and liking them, and just thinking, yeah, these guys are cool. There were clearly people that were aware of them and knew the songs. I remember noticing that there was definitely something going on there, and I probably said something to Gary Gersh, who was standing there at one of the shows with me. End quote. As per the August 24th show in Seattle, Sub Pop intern Rob Nyberg recalls the following, quote, you could feel the Nirvana train was definitely starting to chug a little harder, and people were paying more attention to them. End quote. Nirvana played a full set that night. The set list went as follows. Love Buzz, Scoff, Floyd the Barber, Dive, In Bloom, About a Girl, School, Spank Through Lithium, Been a Sun, Negative Creep, and Blue. Thanks for watching, guys. If you like what you see, make sure to subscribe for more. All the videos on this channel are original. I'm the one conducting all the interviews and editing all the videos together, so if you guys like what you see and you want to support, the best way to do so is honestly just to subscribe. Lots more to come.